We made the ultimate backyard pull-up bar.
And in this video, we're going to show you how you can make one of your very own. This project ended up being a lot easier than we thought, and we were able to buy all the parts we needed from our local Lowe's hardware store. We needed to pick up 5 bags of 80-pound concrete, 2 4x6 by 12 foot treated posts. One was on sale for $10 because it was slightly damaged, which was sick. 2 1-inch galvanized floor flanges, 1 1-inch by 60-inch galvanized pipe with threads on both ends, and 8 1/4-inch by 2.5-inch galvanized lag screws. The next step of the project you might be able to totally skip, and that would be awesome because this was hands down the hardest part for us. Our property is on one big hill and not one spot was flat enough to build on. So we undertook the huge task of manually reconfiguring the topography of a spot in our backyard.
This is hard work, man, hard work. Jeez Louise.
Alright, so now we are on phase 2 of the project, which is actually putting up the pull-up bar. We got the area behind us pretty well flat, and I went to my local hardware store and got this big ass pipe here, a 1-inch by 60-inch galvanized steel pipe. And then we got these guys here, which are gonna screw on to the end. These are basically just like a little end piece that has 4 holes in it that we're gonna put these here screws into. So yeah, these are gonna go into the side of the 4x6s. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty sturdy, and I feel like it should be the perfect size, being 1 inch thick and 5 feet long. It should give me plenty of room to work with. All right, so I got everything together now. I basically just like lubed up these threads on the end here and tightened these on by hand as much as I could. Now I know how wide apart these poles need to be. So I'm gonna kind of place it over here and see if I can find a good spot for it. And then I'm gonna start digging the holes. I tried to visualize where the bar should go and then mark the ground on both ends so I knew where to start digging. I can't tell you enough how much having a post hole digger and a digging bar helped with this process. So definitely buy one or borrow one like we did. We wanted to go 3 feet deep with the holes, but ran into a ton of rock at the bottom, so we ended up going approximately 26.5 inches deep. We would advise digging a little deeper if you can, even though the final project ended up being plenty sturdy. Our thought was, if we can get one post in the ground, get it level, and pour the concrete, we would have a somewhat solid yet somewhat malleable starting point to build from. Once we got the first post in the ground, we used the bar and flanges to figure out how far apart we would need to place the next post. It definitely wasn't in the perfect spot at first, so we had to do a little finagling on both posts to get them both level and the correct distance apart. The concrete sets pretty quick, so we were scrambling to get them perfect. Once we were pretty happy with how things looked, we grabbed a few boards we had lying around and screwed them into the bottom to preserve the distance and parallelism of the posts. Next, we needed to figure out how high we wanted the pull-up bar. We ended up putting it at a height where we could almost reach it, but would need a little hop to grab it. It's definitely going to be a little tall for Katie, but in the future we were thinking of putting some pegs on the side so people can get up without jumping. Next, we made sure the bar was perfectly level. Of all the aspects of this project, this must be the one thing that is truly level. Instead of fastening the flanges onto the post with the lag screws, we instead decided to put it up first with smaller exterior screws as a placeholder until the concrete dried. The lag bolts involved pre-drilling and a lot more force to install, which could compromise the levelness of the post while the concrete is still wet. We double checked everything for level, cleaned up, and went inside for the night. The next day, it was the moment of truth. Did the post set nice and level? Was the pull-up bar about to be super sick? One last check on the actual bar itself, and it is perfectly level. First, I had to remove all the exterior screws and then pre-drill some holes with a drill bit that is slightly skinnier than the lag screws, and then install the lag screws. This ended up taking a lot longer than I expected since I didn't have the right size socket and instead had to use an adjustable wrench. As I was just finishing up, I began to hear thunder.
Damn, bro, it's like actual thunder and rain right now. I don't even know if I should be up here. This is like the old Ben Franklin. Damn, dude, I'm so close. So close. I just want to use my pull-up bar, bro. If I could just get one rep in, bro. Just one rep. I'd be so happy. Alright, I'm not liking that thunder. I think I'm gonna go inside. So close, literally so close though. Alright, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. It's coming down. For realsies.
I decided better safe than sorry, so I reluctantly packed up and went inside. Once things cleared up, all I had to do was remove the support boards and she was ready to go.
Alright, only one thing left to do now. Damn, the sun's right there. I'm gonna like jump up and miss it. It's so bright. Oh. Nice. It's so sick. It feels so sturdy. It's dope. Super freaking sick, dude.
In addition to all the calisthenics movements we can now do with this pull-up bar, we also purchased these gym rings to give us even more options for at-home minimalist training. The brand is called Double Circle and they have really good reviews on Amazon and they were only $50. They offer predefined carabiner slots instead of cam buckles, which makes them super easy to set up, and the rings are wooden, which makes them look super legit.
So we are super excited to have this in our backyard. Now we don't have to spend all of our time at the gym and we can spend time with our new puppy and going mountain biking a lot more often, which is sick. Just wanted to say a special thank you to my dad for helping out with transporting this lumber to our house and also helping with some of the design of this project. Happy Father's Day, since it's Father's Day today. Love you, Dad. And I just wanted to say, if you are new to the channel, that we are Nick and Katie, and while we do mostly mountain bike videos, we do some stuff like this from time to time to kind of mix it up. So if you like, comment, and subscribe, we would really appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next Sunday.